Ever notice how electricians can seamlessly connect complex circuits that power entire buildings, but somehow can't get their Facebook page to talk to their website? I'm Leonard Parker, founder of Destiny Marketing Solutions, and today we're going to diagnose a problem I see in nearly every electrical business making over $200,000 a year. Your marketing channels are working against each other instead of for you. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your different platforms need to work as a unified system, just like you'll never wire a house with circuits that don't connect to the panel. I'll even share an expert tip at the end that can literally double your conversion rate overnight. So if you're tired of pouring money into marketing that feels like it's leaking everywhere, stick with me. It's time to stop the marketing mayhem. Here's what I see happening with electrical businesses everywhere. You're running Google ads, posting on Facebook, building websites, but none of these channels talk to each other. It's like having 3 apprentices who never communicate about what they're working on. Your customers get mixed messages across platforms, which kills trust and momentum. Think about it. If your website says you specialize in high-end residential work, but your Google ads push commercial lighting retrofits, customers get confused. And confused customers don't call or make buying decisions. Meanwhile, leads are falling through the cracks due to lack of integration. That form fill from your website, it's sitting in an email inbox nobody checked. That missed call from your Google ad, no one followed up. There's no unified tracking, so you have no idea which marketing dollars are actually working. You're essentially gambling with your marketing budget. The result? You're spending more to get less. I was just working with an electrical company in Dallas that was spending $4,500 a month on marketing across 5 different platforms. When we traced their actual booked jobs back to sources, they discovered 62% of their budget was producing 0 results. Here's the key takeaway. Disconnected marketing is like having a junction box of loose wires. It's just asking for shorts, outages, and eventually a fire. Let's talk about what happens when your marketing actually presents a unified front. First, you need to use the same visuals, voice, and offers across platforms. Your truck, wrap, business cards, website, and ads should look like they belong to the same company. This isn't just aesthetics, it's psychology. The human brain craves consistency and gets suspicious when things don't match. Make sure to align your headlines, calls to actions, and service descriptions. If your Google ad says same-day service, your landing page better not say schedule your appointment within 48 hours. This one's critical for local search. Ensure your name, address, and phone number is 100% consistent everywhere. This is a topic I covered in a previous video, so check out the link in the description if you want to learn more. Even minor differences like abbreviating street ST versus spelling it out can hurt your rankings and confuse customers. Your review ratings and social proof should match across Google, Yelp, and Facebook. If you got 50 reviews on Google, but 0 elsewhere, it looks suspicious to savvy customers. Remember, every platform should reinforce, not contradict your brand. When everything aligns, you create what psychologists call processing fluency. It feels right to your potential customers, even if they can't articulate why. When your message is aligned, customers trust and convert faster. In fact, consistent branding across platforms increases revenue by an average of 23%. That's like adding an extra day to your work week without lifting a finger. Now let's get practical. How do you actually make these different systems talk to each other? You can start by using a CRM like Jobber or Housecall Pro to sync lead sources and automate follow-ups. These systems are designed specifically for service businesses and can track a customer from first click to final invoice. Connect forms, calls, and chats with call tracking and attribution. Services like CallRail or call tracking metrics can tell you exactly which ad, keyword, or page generated each phone call. For the techies out there, or you're tech savvy, or if you have a tech savvy person on your team, Zapier or Make can bridge gaps between tools that don't naturally integrate. Think of these as third-party connectors. In the marketing world, they're like the electrical adapters. So it can be very powerful if you are okay with the ramp-up time of learning these tools. Set up retargeting across platforms for visitors who don't convert the first time. Fun fact for you, 97% of first-time visitors to your site don't take action immediately. Retargeting brings them back and converts at 10 times the rate of initial visits. Finally, automatically push reviews and testimonials into your email and ad funnels. Nothing sells better than a happy customer's words. Your tools should work together like your crew. No dropped handoffs. A master electrician would never tolerate tools that don't work together on a job site. Why would you accept that in your marketing? Let's address something important. Not all leads come from online sources. Your truck wraps, yard signs, and any face-to-face networking that you may be doing still matter. The problem is, most electricians treat these as completely separate from their digital marketing. Start using QR codes on your trucks, yard signs, and even invoices that link to quote forms or review requests. One electrical company I work with here in Houston added QR codes to their trucks and saw a 34% increase in direct website traffic in just 1 month. Create flyers and leave behinds with unique landing pages. Don't just hand out a card with your homepage URL. Create special pages for specific promotions or neighborhoods you're targeting. When you're at live events or home shows, capture contact info and feed it directly into your CRM. No more fish bowls full of business cards that nobody enters into the system. You can also use call-only ads that match your real-world signage. If your truck has emergency service available in red text, your Google call-only ads should use the same messaging. Track everything using URL parameters. I made a video on that topic as well, so check it out in the video description if you're interested in learning more. You can use those URL parameters or printed codes. Even traditional marketing can be measured if you're smart about it. Offline leads are real money. Treat them like digital leads and track them too. The average electrical business leaves 22% of potential revenue on the table by failing to connect offline marketing to their digital efforts. Now let's talk about creating a path that leads customers from awareness to booking, regardless of where they first find you. Ensure your Google Ads, your Google Business Profile, and website all point to one another. This creates what marketers call a validation loop. Customers see you in multiple places and subconsciously think, these guys must be legit. Your email signature should link to your site and review profiles. This subtle touch makes every communication an opportunity for deeper engagement. Use the same promotion across every channel at once. If you're running a generator installation special, it should be on your website, your social media channels, your email newsletter if you have one, and you should also be running Google Ads for that special. This creates a surround sound effect that's hard to ignore. Don't just drive traffic, drive action with matching calls to action. Every touch point should have a clear, consistent next step. Map out a full funnel experience from ad to book job. What exactly happens when someone clicks your ad? Where do they go next? Then what? If you can't answer these questions, you don't have a system, you have hope, and hope isn't a strategy. Leads convert when every touch point feels like part of the same story. If you're like most electrical businesses, smoothing out this journey alone can increase conversions from your digital marketing efforts by 35 to 50% without spending an extra dime on ads. Your CRM isn't just a digital Rolodex. It should be the command center of your entire marketing operation. Tag every lead by source for proper attribution. When someone asks, where did this lead come from? The answer should never be, I think they found us online. Build follow-up sequences based on lead type and urgency. An emergency service request needs a different response than someone looking for a quote on a panel upgrade. Schedule automated reminders, review requests, and no-show follow-ups. The system should ping you when it's time to check in on that big commercial quote you sent last week. Identify your highest ROI channels with reporting dashboards. Know exactly what each marketing dollar is returning so you can double down on what works. Use this data to inform budget allocation. Stop guessing where to spend, and let the numbers tell you. The average electrical business is making decisions based on gut feeling rather than data, which is like trying to diagnose an electrical problem while using a multimeter. Let's be honest, you probably don't need more leads. You need to stop losing the ones you're already paying for. Every day, potential customers slip through the cracks. Leads call but don't get a follow-up. They're gone. Form fills without confirmation. Emails feel like they've been ghosted. Quotes sent but never follow up might as well be thrown in the trash. Use triggers to automate handoffs and reminders. When a lead comes in, your system should automatically notify the right person, then remind them if they haven't taken action. Take some time to map every leak in your funnel and patch it with a system. One electrical business I worked with discovered they were losing 42% of leads simply because calls during lunch breaks weren't being returned promptly. A simple system fix doubled their effective marketing ROI overnight. You don't need more leads, you need to stop losing the ones you already paid for. Most electrical businesses are operating at 50 to 60% efficiency with their lead handling. Imagine what doubling that would do for your bottom line without spending another cent on advertising. Moving on to our full circuit growth method, and this is where it all comes together. We don't just run ads, we engineer a system. This method connects your site, ad forms, phone calls, reviews, CRM, and retargeting so every platform feeds the next. No gaps, no silos, just booked jobs. Think about it like wiring a smart home. Each component needs to communicate with the others to create a functioning system. Your marketing should work the same way. Our full circuit growth method takes you from a lack of qualified leads all the way to your dream outcome through systematic steps. First, getting found by the right clients. 2, converting more leads into projects. 3rd, knowing what's working and what's not. And 4th, achieving your business goals. Here's the truth most marketers won't tell you. If your marketing isn't working together, it's working against you. You're not just missing opportunities, you're actively creating confusion and friction in your sales process. Are you ready to find and fix the disconnects in your marketing? Let's talk about how we identify the problems first. Our full circuit growth audit checks if your platforms actually talk to each other or if they're working alone. We evaluate whether form fills trigger automated follow-up sequences or disappear into the void. We confirm if ad landing pages match search intent, because sending someone who searches emergency electrician to your general services page is like answering a 2 a.m. emergency call with "we'll get back to you next week." We'll analyze your CRM setup for lead tracking and follow-up logic. Most electrical businesses are using less than 30% of their CRM's capabilities. Why are you paying all of that money if you're not getting all of the benefit? Think about that. Most importantly, we identify what's leaking and how to fix it fast. We're not interested in month-long studies. We want actionable insights you can implement immediately. Our audit finds the dead zones in your marketing and gives you a real growth plan, not just a report that gathers digital dust. Here at Destiny Marketing Solutions, we help electricians unify their marketing systems so they book more work more consistently. If what I've shared today resonates with you, I'd like to offer you a full circuit growth audit. This isn't just some automated report that we stick in some software. It's a personalized analysis of your current marketing ecosystem. You can book through our website or schedule directly using the link here on the screen. I'll also drop it here in the video description. If you prefer to talk to a human first, our phone number is there too. We're based in Houston, but we serve clients nationwide. No matter where you are, if you're an electrical business doing at least $200,000 in annual revenue, we can help you create a system that generates consistent, qualified leads. Remember this, you don't need more platforms, you need one plan that makes them all work. Like a master electrician creates one system that powers everything in the building. If you found value in this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content specifically created for electrical businesses. Comment below with your biggest marketing integration challenge. I personally read every comment. And finally, as promised, here's the expert tip that can transform your marketing overnight. Build a master marketing flow map. Create a visual map of how a cold lead becomes a paying customer. Include each channel, ad, landing page, form, CRM, follow-up, and review requests. This isn't some abstract exercise. This is the blueprint for your marketing system. Assign one automation or handoff at every step. Each transition should have a clear owner or an automated process. Use tools like Funnelytics or Whimsical to lay it out clearly. There's other tools out there, but those are my go-tos. These visual tools help you see gaps you've missed in a spreadsheet. Revisit the flow monthly to fix gaps and test improvements. Your marketing system should constantly evolve, just like your electrical knowledge does. The key takeaway here is that this is the most important line in the entire presentation. Keep this in mind. If you can't draw your funnel, you don't have one. You have random, sporadic marketing activities, not a system. In electrical business, systems beat luck every time. And before I close out this video, I'm going to share here on my screen a quick example of a high-level digital marketing process map. And don't feel the need if you don't want to do this digitally, just take a piece of paper and map this out. But you can see here on my screen, we have our different sources. So we have our cold lead, our cold prospect. We have them, whether it's Facebook or Google Ads or LinkedIn ads, we have them going into our funnel. And then here at the funnel, we're driving them to a lead magnet page. So that could be a educational resource for homeowners, for example. And let's say they download that lead magnet, then we'll have something triggered where we follow up. So that could be a follow-up email, follow-up call. It really depends on their urgency. Let's say if they don't download the lead magnet, then we'll run what's called remarketing ads. So they land on our site, we know they're interested in this topic, they've clicked the ad about the topic and they've landed on the page about the topic, but they didn't download the lead magnet. So now we're going to retarget them with ads so we stay top of mind. Maybe they got busy, maybe something caught their attention and they never were able to download. And then I won't go into detail, there are different remarketing tactics and strategies, but the idea here is that you want to have a mapped funnel and you want to have that either written down or somewhere digitally so that where the leaks are, and then you can fix them with assigning a particular task or role to someone on your team or figuring out an automation to bridge that gap. Now, I also wanted to call out when you drive traffic from an ad or really any source, the most valuable asset that you can have in marketing is their contact information. So their phone number, email, and so forth. And ultimately the goal is to get them to download that lead magnet, that educational resource. And once you have that, you can continue to market to them with email. You can give them a phone call. Maybe you're running a seasonal promotion. You can continue to conduct these marketing activities until they unsubscribe or have explicitly stated that they're no longer interested. So always think about, and this really focuses on non-emergency services, but could also include emergency services as well in certain circumstances. But if they're not calling for an emergency, think about how you can get their contact information, because once you have that first party data, you don't necessarily have to rely on different ad systems or third party networks. You have that sitting somewhere in your customer or prospect database. And so to close out this presentation, I'm Leonard Parker, helping you connect the circuits in your marketing. Remember, integration isn't just a technical term, it's where the real power with your marketing happens. See you in the next video.